Hello everyone, I'm going to show you how to open, save, and turn in a Photoshop project. Let's get started. First of all, you need to open an image. There's two different ways. You can click this button here that says open, or you can go to File and click open here. I'm going to go to my Google Drive, then click on My Drive, and scroll down to my photo folder. And I'm going to use a photo that I have in this folder right here called Photos for Demos. I'll use this magnolia flower. Now I'm just going to do something fun and quick with this. I'll add an adjustment layer with a gradient map, and there, just so I have something that I can turn in. So here is, if we look in the layers panel, this is the original photo and this is the adjustment layer that's giving it all those neat colors. Next, I'm going to go to File and Save As. I'm going to click Save on your computer, and I'm going to make the file name a different name than the original. So this is the original name, MG7185, but I don't want to save over that because maybe I want to use that photo for something at a later date and I don't want it to be permanently these colors. So I'm going to call it Flower Gradient. The next thing that I need to consider is what type of file I want to save this as. In general, you will save your projects in this class as JPEGs. And the reason that you'll do that is because JPEGs have a smaller file size and they work really well on the internet and with Google Classroom. Occasionally, you'll want to save a project as a Photoshop document. The reason that you would save it as a Photoshop document is to preserve these layers. So the minute that you save as a JPEG, these layers go away. So you will not be able to go back and adjust the gradient map again. You'll have to start over with the original image. So sometimes in this class, for example, maybe you're making a complex project and you can't finish it in one day, and you have to open it again the next day. So you'd want to save that as a PSD, a Photoshop document, so that the next time you open it, you still have your layers intact and you don't have to redo all of that work. But for this project, and most of your projects, I am going to save it as a JPEG, and pay attention to where you're saving it to. So I'm saving it back into the same folder called Photos for Demo, but you might want to save it to a different location for some reason. So now I'm going to click Save, and I get a JPEG options menu, and quality of 8 is a nice average number. So go ahead and leave it around 8, and I will click OK. And now that should be saved to my Google account. So let me get my Google Classroom opened up, and Ms. Morrow has made me a student in her class so that I can show you how to upload a project. So let me click the Classroom tab, and I'm going to go down to the section where it says Photo, well, it says Photo P, but it will say Photoshop Tutorials, and we'll say this is my project. So I'll open that up and click View Assignment. Then I will click the Add or Create button, go to my Google Drive, and sometimes your project will show up in recent. Oh, and it did, because I just did it. But if you are waiting a few days before you turn it in, you may have to go to My Drive and go back and look for the folder where you saved it on your drive. So I'll go ahead and click the flower gradient and insert it. And you can see that it's uploading right here. And as soon as it's finished, I would simply click the Turn In button, and it Google Classroom wants to confirm that I really want to turn it in, and yes I do, so I will click the Turn In button, and that does it. That project is turned in. That's it for this video, everyone.